Stop it. I'm unbreakable. Unbreakable.
Patches, the hyena, the spider, the trustworthy, the unbreakable. The fact he makes it to the end of the world, never truly hollowing, is nothing short of incredible, for we've come across countless undead who lost their humanity in pursuit of a purpose, yet long after they're gone, Patches remains. Any undead who makes it to the end of the world is certainly worthy of a second glance, for surely Patches isn't as straightforward as he seems, though you'd be forgiven for thinking otherwise.
There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I'll strip your corpse clean! Wait now. You didn't actually fall down then. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm not above it all, I swear. We're on the same side. I'm Trusty Patches, the one and only.
Patches is clearly in love with tricking everyone for profit, but for a man who allegedly reviles the greed of men and claims to be devoid of all worldly wants, is the profit truly what drives him in this endless task? I think his greed is a front, a facade designed to hide his true purpose, which is to punish the greed and the want of others.
Every age, it seems, is tainted by the greed of men. Rubbish to one such as I, devoid of all worldly wants.
Time and time again, we're lured by our greed, eventually finding a somewhat loyal friend in Patches after our punishment is delivered. But across all these worlds, there is one man that Patches truly befriends, and this friendship gives us a rare insight into what he values. This friendship is with Greyrat.
Ah, I see you've met Greyrat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing.
Greyrat the Thief once fancied himself a martyr for the poor, the soul's version of Robin Hood, if you like. It was his concern for others that led him to climb the Great Wall to Lothric, where he freed Patches from the Lothric dungeon before being locked away in a cell of his own, awaiting your rescue.
I don't want to sit around and die a petty rat. And I consider myself your friend.
Indebted to you, and with all those he loves dead, Greyrat dedicates himself fully to your cause, even embarking upon suicidal thieving runs through the most dangerous territories. It's these actions that lead Patches to his uncharacteristic concern.
Hey, what happened to Greyrat anyhow? I haven't seen him at all lately. If you know where he scurried off to, be sure and tell me. But I need to stock up, and if he's gone and croaked, he'll have left a gold mine. What? Gone all the way to Irithyll, has he? There can't be much left of that frozen sprawl. The old rat. He's gone off the deep end this time.
He makes an effort to hide his affection for this man, though his actions betray that he cares. For, dressed once again in the armor of the Onion Knight, to hide his identity, it's Patches, not Sigurd, that actually rescues Greyrat in Irithyll.
I might have died if it wasn't for that peculiar Onion Knight.
So of all the men to save, why Greyrat? Well, Greyrat is much like Patches. You can see what they have in common. They're both petty thieves, yet Greyrat is one who acts without concern for himself. He doesn't steal out of greed, so Patches respects him.
Off to Lothric, the castle of no return. That old thief's lost it if he thinks he has a chance in there. It's not like he's new to this game. What's got into him?
Yet Patches also does outlive him. The curse of life is the curse of want, after all, and if we view greed as the reason that many hollow and die, then it makes sense that Patches is the one perfectly suited to resist the curse, by resisting want and greed entirely, for he thrives upon punishing others for their greed. So, with no want, and grounded by his desire to punish others for their want and trick them and trap them, Patches makes it to the end of the world. But slowly, the world is ending, and soon there's no one left to lure into his traps. There's no one else to trick with their own greed. So it seems that Patches too wavers in his duty, for here, at world's end, even he loses himself, which gives us a glimpse at the good heart that he used to have before the world made him what he was.
I'm hollow. Yes. I try to play it off, but I haven't a clue about my past, who I was, or what I lived for. Not even my own blessed name. You remember that treasure? Well, I fetched it for you. Here, go ahead. It's yours. Maybe it'll help you with that solemn duty of yours. I'm off in search of the Purging Monument. Once I find it, everything will come back to me. Who I was, what I lived for, what my name was, and what terrible grudges I held. I don't know. I just have this feeling that that's the kind of man I was.
The Purging Monument has the power to purge the undead curse and restore one's humanity. Ironically, only by displaying humanity can it be found.
What did I come here in search of? Damn. Stop it. I'm unbreakable. Unbreakable. Ah, please, someone tell me. Who am I? Why am I here?
With your help, Lap can find the Purging Monument, and surely Lap is to be trusted.
Are you certain of that? No. Sorry, I know you'd never lie to me. Thank you. Thank you kindly. I swear upon my birth name that I am your friend. No matter what might come out, no matter what I was, if you would do me the honor, allow me to be a true friend. Always.
At first glance, what's to come simply seems like more of the same from Lap, from Patches.
Finally, you've come. Now I know exactly who I was. And for that, I've a little thanks to be giving. Go this way and peep past the broken staircase. Some awfully fine treasures just sitting there all alone. It'll change your life.
This swift kick down a hole fills you with frustration, till you realize that he's actually kicked you where you want to go, to the ledge that leads out of this graveyard, a setback that allows you to move forward.
Every age, it seems, is tainted by the greed of men. Rubbish to one such as I, devoid of all worldly wants. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way we are. I'll stick you in my prayers. A fine dark soul to you.
For the first time, Patches helps you on your quest in a perfectly fitting way. He sets you on the path to the Church of Philianor, where he assists you one last time in your quest to weaken the Lord's grip on the Ringed City. He did always despise clerics, charlatans he calls them, and it's fitting beyond words that Patches would play a part in undoing the greatest lie of all, undoing the greed of the gods that's rooted in faith, in Philianor, and in fire. Here you both stand, at the end of the world, undead, unbroken, yet we two could not be more different. Patches fought for no one but himself, for no cause other than to scoff at the greed of men. But you, he's seen your kind time and time and time again, and he outlived you all. Those who lost everything and grasped for the faintest glimmer of hope. Kind-hearted fools, doomed by the very light that guides them. He's seen men throw away their lives for the truth, for to an undead life is meaningless. Patches probably figures, why seek the truth when greater men have tried and gone mad as a result? Even with the truth in tow, there is no fate for us other than the loss of self. Because even if you're selfless, you can't save everyone. No. No matter how hard you tried, in the end you couldn't save a single soul. And the more you try to help, the more you fight against evil, the more you will lose. For you're doomed to lose those closest to you. Family, friends. Some may even turn against you. For even with your boundless compassion, no one can foretell the consequences of your good intentions. All of this, it's just want and greed, in some shape or another, a desire to look back at something that made your life worthwhile. Whether it's a thirst for knowledge, a desperate faith, some petty revenge. It's taken some crestfallen men eons to find something worth fighting for, and even then, they're fated to lose it all. For even the gods are in despair, the lords shy from their duty, and the last fire is fading. But something sets you two apart, and maybe the one thing that you both have in common is that you never looked back. Another thing I've never looked back from is switching from Skype to Discord. And you guys know that I've actually never done a sponsorship on this channel, but this is the exception because I've never been approached by a company that I believed in until now. Discord is free, there's no ads, and it's your best option for chatting with your mates, creating your own server, and even for getting in touch with me, because we now finally have our own public community server. So click the link below, and you can join our server where you can talk Souls, lore, and Vidya on a platform that's really just designed for us. And if you're a part of this server in a few weeks, then I want to do an event where I give you guys the chance to invade me in Dark Souls 3, and if you beat me, you get the chance to win some high quality Dark Souls merch. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching this video as always, and I'll see you in the next one.